He's a humble man, but he'll admit it. Governor Rick, oh yes, he did it.
He's actually from Austin. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Texas?
Okay. Am I on?
You're on.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my camera over here. Oh, okay. Does anybody here remember Walter Cronkite? Huntley and Brinkley? Yeah? Those were the paragons of TV news back in the days of my youth. They were newsmen with integrity, and I think they really endeavored to bring us the truth. In those days, long before cable was broadcasting news round the clock, before all the rancorous babble of pundits and their partisan talk, before we had hoaxsters like O'Keefe and Breitbart with their edited videos and their Tea Party lies that were broadcast unchallenged on Fox News with its undoubted Republican ties, back when G. Gordon Liddy was just a felon and Chuck Colson was just a political thug. Well, in those days, a liar like Breitbart would have been just another cockroach under the rug. But these days, when a parvenu like Sarah Palin can be a celebrity star overnight, why, the roaches, they just come out of the darkness and they skitter about in the light.
Yeah.
Walter, David, Chet. I miss those guys, their calmness, their dignified views, and the simple, sane realization that opinions are not facts in the news. We once had reporters who verified facts. Now we have pundits and their political acts. You can have old blustering Ed or the crackpot Sean Hannity, the contentious Chris Matthews, or O'Reilly's Vanity, competing for ratings based on their slant, their political views, their partisan cant. They rarely have witnesses, scant attribution. They just have talking heads that they pay for their contribution. And we have internet bilge from activist blogs with unfounded lies from unscrupulous dogs. We've given up Walter and David and Chet for Murdochian lies and the sludge, like Matt Drudge, on the net. In the days before Fox had yet come to be, before round-the-clock news on cable TV, those evening broadcasts were plenty for me, along with my newspaper that I read with my coffee, because I don't drink tea. You might be able to guess I'm a little bit cynical. I have a little poem here that I call The Golden God of the GOP. It is about God and more about the GOP. You know, nobody does the GOD like the greedy old men of the GOP. They're the corporate shills and the pro-life hacks with their talking points and their political acts. They have cute one-liners and distorted facts that they use to mislead and deceive and distract all the credulous voters and to make them react, because the way to get votes in the GOP is to make a big deal of the GOD. They talk a big talk, but you know they're lying. They don't care who's sick or going broke or dying. They don't care about people like you or me. They're just making a show of their piety. They don't really care about the kingdom within. They only pander to the kings among men. They bow to a graph of the GDP while they blow hot air about the GOD. Well, they turn a deaf ear when a hungry kid cries. Poor people are nothing in Republican eyes. They just shovel the myths and all the trickle-down lies while they bash the gays that they so despise. They only sell fear because they can't sell hope. And they rage to despair on their slippery slope. They love to hate in the GOP, and they do it in the name of their GOD. It don't really matter what they say, you see. But you know they'll say it with all certainty. Because if they say it in the name of their GOD, reality is what they want it to be. Because the true believers will believe the shills when they talk about God and the city on the hill. But their souls have been bought, and your vote has been sold to dark-hearted plutocrats who lust after gold. And that's all you get when the GOP starts invoking the name of your GOD. GOD. M-O-N-E-Y. The party. M-O-N-E-Y. The GOD of the party. In mind, I have to change into costume for the next one here.
Oh, good.